everybody, I'm Kiersten from Lambie's Nursery, and y'all always have so many wonderful questions in the comments, and I know I don't always get to them, and there's a lot of questions usually, so I asked on Instagram and here on YouTube for you guys to give me some questions to answer so I can have a video that's like, here's a bunch of questions that I'm answering, a Q&A video if you will. So let's answer some questions. I'm excited. The first question is, why not have real babies? And gosh, that gets really personal of why I don't have any real babies of my own, doesn't it? I will say I have plans to have real children in the future, and I am a doll collector at heart. I love dolls, so even when I have real babies, I will still have dolls. That's just a part of who I am. I've always loved dolls, and I don't think that when someone becomes a mother that they have to give up everything about them or all of their hobbies just to, I don't know, just to be a mother. Like, you're still yourself at heart. You should still have your hobbies and what makes you happy, or else one, you're gonna totally burn out, and two, you should never lose who you are to anything. You should always remain who you are at heart if you can. Just my opinion. Who's your favorite artist? My favorite artist is Chelsea by Pumpkin Sparkles Babies. She's my best friend. I'm so lucky to have a friend in the doll community. It makes me really happy, and she's really special and really cool, so I'm really lucky to have her. I did a video like a month ago explaining how we became friends, and because it was a whole story. Like, it wasn't just one day we were like, let's be friends. There's a whole story I recommend you guys checking out. It's like titled Why I'm Happy I Got Scammed or something, because yeah, it's a whole crazy story of how we became friends. But yeah, she's my favorite artist. I think she makes really beautiful dolls. Like, she made this doll, she made the pickle I was holding a moment ago. Yeah, she made a lot of my dolls. Yeah, I love her. How did I get the courage to make YouTube videos? So I used to be in the military. I was in the military for like 10 years, and a part of my job in the military was public speaking. I had to talk to all these top important people all the time, and it sucked. And I had to tell them important things. So, I don't know, when I started YouTube, I was in the military, fun fact, and I don't know, it was just easier for me to talk about dolls and make these videos than it was to go up in front of a bunch of strangers and be like, here's all this important stuff. Here's all this war stuff and weapons and, you know, military stuff. It was a lot easier to talk about my hobby. If you're talking about like how I find the courage to do outings though, that can be a little bit more tricky, or it was tricky for me at first because, you know, I'm taking a doll out in public. That's not normal. And eventually I just started thinking to myself, one, I'm never gonna see these people again. Two, it makes me happy, it's fun. And three, life is short. Do the things you think are fun. I'm not hurting anybody, and I usually keep the dolls in a stroller or close to my body. I'm not putting them in anybody's face. I'm not trying to scare anybody. So, you know, if you're not hurting yourself or others, enjoy yourself. How much money did all of this cost? So, I'm not great at keeping track of money. Like, I don't have a running tally in my notebook or something that's like, this doll cost $300. This doll cost $800. I don't have a running tally to give you a number because I'm not great at numbers, so I definitely have forgotten what a lot of them actually cost. But if I had to give a number, like adding all the dolls up, I'd say it's still less than the amount of money somebody would pay for like one silicone doll. And I'm talking like a hyper crazy expensive realistic silicone doll. Y'all have probably seen the prices that I'm talking about, like over a lot of money, like over 4 or 5 digits. But I can say that I've spent less than 4 or 5, well, I definitely haven't spent less than 4 digits, but I've definitely spent less than 5 digits because I wait until I see a doll that I love that is at a price I can afford. I'm never gonna be one who has a silicone doll that's worth like 10 grand. I don't have that kind of money, and I am not very good at saving that kind of money. I'm trying to save for an air conditioning unit right now because ours went out last summer, and that's miserable and hard for me to do, to save 20 grand. So I don't know. I do my best to get the dolls I can at a price that I can afford. What's the cheapest reborn you can buy? So this is a doll I have made. I'm a beginning reborn artist. I've made like less than 10 dolls. And I've actually sold a couple of the dolls I've made on reborns.com for like $150. So I highly recommend just like go on reborns.com if you want an authentic reborn doll, and just filter by price if you can, and wait, because there's always going to be beginners like me who are like, this is probably not worth much. I'm going to just sell it for supplies. That's what I did. Yeah, but if you're talking like realistic baby dolls, there's Paradise Galleries, there's Ashton Drake, there's also JC Toys. JC Toys are the Behringer dolls. They're at Walmart there's one that's like 14 inches at Walmart for like 20 bucks, around there. Inflation is a thing, unfortunately. So I might be wrong, it might be 25 now. Anyways, there are affordable options out there that aren't scams. So my advice is just look around and wait. Sometimes you can't get an affordable doll in your price range immediately. Sometimes you do have to wait. How are you doing? I don't know. I have PTSD, depression, and anxiety, and right now I definitely feel like I'm in a depression moment. I'm in a depression era right now. I've been pretty down, but I've been trying to make videos. I've been trying to do things I like. I've been trying to get that depression up. I've just been doing my best to survive like we all are. And if you are also in an era of depression right now, I want to let you know that you are loved, you are wonderful, and you're worthy of life. How do you get a well-made reborn doll for under 50 bucks? Well, that's a hard one. 50 bucks is pretty low. For an authentic reborn doll that's like handmade, I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. I'm sorry. You're not gonna find one for 50 bucks. But for other dolls like Ashton Drake, Paradise Galleries, JC Toys / Behringer, you can find them. Paradise Galleries all the time has sales, especially like right now for like Black Friday. I think I saw some for like 50 bucks. They might not be running the sale right now, but like always look back. There's always sales. JC Toys / Behringer dolls, I have found them for good deals on Amazon, on Walmart, or at Walmart, all kinds of places. And then I wanted to tell you guys about this cutie. She's an Ashton Drake doll I got at a yard sale for $5. I got her for $5 at a yard sale. So always be checking out your local yard sales, Facebook Marketplace. Well, I don't know about y'all's Facebook marketplaces, but mine is always just only the knockoff scams. So, err on the side of caution, but thrift stores, yard sales, you never know what you're gonna find. And I think it's like a scavenger hunt when I go to yard sales and thrift stores. So, look, she's posable. She has an exoskeleton, and I love her. I am in love. And I got her for $5. What? What are some tips for YouTubers, especially when analytics are low? I do this for fun, honestly. I've been on YouTube, since 2017, I want to say, and I've watched my analytics go from way up, like my first video, not my first video, but one of the first like 10 videos I made got 1.7 million views in a really short amount of time. And then I'd go to like no views, and then I'd get a lot of views, and then I'd go down, and it's just this big roller coaster. If I showed you guys my analytics, it literally looks like a roller coaster. Woo! Just without a loop-de-loop. That'd be kind of fun if it had a loop-de-loop. But just understanding that with anything you do, there's low points, there's high points. And you can't focus on the low too much. You can't focus on the high too much. You have to find that intrinsic drive. I know I just said that word right. Intrinsic, that internal drive that makes you want to do something, no matter what that is. There are low points and high points in everything. And for YouTube specifically, you just got to find what keeps you going and what makes it fun for you. For me, personally, I love sharing the dolls. I love having fun with the dolls, but I also love filming, and I love editing. I keep telling my husband, Ethan, to make his own YouTube account, and I will edit that thing. I will edit that thing like crazy because it's fun to me. I do like editing the videos and making something come together from just like the seed of an idea into a YouTube video. That's my internal drive, is making videos. I just find it fun. And yours, who knows what yours is? Part of the fun of YouTube is you don't know. Because I started my YouTube channel on a total whim. I was just like, other people are filming their dolls. I'm gonna film dolls too. And it took me a while to like really discover why I was doing it, what was fun to me, and all that. And I've taken many breaks from YouTube for many different reasons. But one of those reasons has been like figuring out why I'm doing this and what's fun about it to me. That's my best advice, is find what's fun to you about YouTube. There are too many dolls in my lap right now. Oh my goodness, there's too many dolls in my lap. To answer your question of why don't I buy more African American dolls, I do. I've just done a really bad job of showing them off, and to that, I'm really sorry. Like, I should do better, and I'm sorry. Like I said a little bit ago, however long ago in this video, I've been going through like a depression era, and it's been going on for a while actually. And it's been hard for me to film. And yeah, like Rosebud here, I do want to show her off. I just got her at the Rose Doll Show this summer, and I haven't shown off her or any of my doll show videos or doll show dolls. And I need to, and I am gonna work on it and do better, and I'm sorry. Another thing though is every time I see a doll of color that I absolutely love, like a reborn doll of color, I don't have money. The thing with reborns is each one is a one of a kind when you get an artist made reborn, and I don't know, I never have money when I find the one I like. Like when it comes to Ashton Drake, Paradise Galleries, and a few of these are, or even American Girl dolls. So I used to collect American Girl dolls first. That was my first big doll collection, and I still have bunches of American Girl dolls. If I saw a doll I wanted, I could just, and I didn't have the money, I could just save up. No matter how long that took, I was probably gonna be able to find it. And if American Girl retired it, I could get it on eBay or Mercari for pretty good, and it'd be the same doll. Reborns, it's not quite like that, you know? If you don't have the money for the doll you really want, sometimes that doll goes away if somebody else buys it, because these dolls are expensive. But I do also want to work on that when I can. That's a bigger, farther away goal, oh my gosh, because like I said earlier, I also got to save up for an air conditioning unit. We're moving soon. I don't have doll money, but I would really love to add more dolls of color to my collection. And besides African American dolls, I do have a couple of like Asian descent. I have Latina dolls. I want to have lots of dolls from around the world, and I need to have a better balance. That is something I recognize, and I hope to do better. This is Paisley. Your question was, what was my first reborn doll? So Paisley actually wasn't my first reborn doll, but she's the first one that I have. So my first reborn doll, I bought her on eBay on a total whim. I knew nothing about reborn dolls. I was just like, this doll's pretty cute. And then when I got her in the mail, I was like, I don't love her. She had purple eyes, and I don't know, she just was not for me. But then a few months later, I saw Paisley, and I just fell in love. Paisley's my buddy. She's so cute, huh? What got you into dolls? Let me set Kiersten there. What got you into dolls? So these are some of my childhood dolls. I bought all of them after being a child in adulthood these past few years, but I don't know. I've always loved dolls, and they were always so precious to me. So one day I was newly in the military. I'd only been in like, let's say, a year and a half. And I'm walking through the mall in Hawaii, and there was a pop-up American Girl doll store. And I went inside and was like, oh my gosh, this is what I have been missing. I have missed my doll so much. And I was going through such a hard time. I had been through hell and back. In my time in the service already, I had been through so much, and I was just miserable. And I'm alone. I didn't really have any friends at the time. I was sad. So I went in there, and I think I ended up buying a Bitty Baby. And then soon after, I bought a Samantha American Girl doll, and I've just been adding and adding more dolls to my collection ever since. I really love dolls. Why did I name my channel Lambie's Nursery? Well, this is Lambie. She's a purple lamb. She has lavender in her belly. And I don't know, I just became obsessed with this little stuffed lamb, and I thought she was amazing. She's one of my favorite colors, which is like a pastel purple, and she was my buddy. I took her everywhere except work, and even then, sometimes on really bad days, like when my grandma died, she was in the front seat of my Jeep just waiting for me to come out of work. So when I decided to start a YouTube channel, I don't know, Lambie was really a big part of my life at that time, because I was going through a lot. Yeah, my early adult years, I went through a lot of bad things. But I don't know, I just looked at Lambie and was like, you and me, buddy, we are starting a YouTube channel. So I named it Lambie's Nursery. And I used to have a lot more videos with Lambie in them, and now I don't. Now Lambie kind of just sits on a shelf, but she's still really special to me. I love my little Lambie buddy. And I have multiples. I think I have a couple more, because the original Lambie actually accidentally got thrown away, and I really miss her. So I have a couple replacement Lambies. Say hi, Lambie. Who inspires you? Oh man, I don't know what you mean by this question. If you mean like who inspires me in my life, or other content creators, or collectors, or artists, I'm not sure what you mean, so I'm gonna go with my personal life. I have my family who inspire me, my lovely, amazing husband, and then there's my best friend Autumn, who this doll is named after. And my best friend Autumn had a beautiful baby girl like 8 years ago. And yeah, my niece, that's my niece. And my niece inspires me so much. She's absolutely amazing, and she inspires me to create a better world and to do better in this world and to make the things I don't love about this world better so that she has a better world when she grows up. She's pretty cool. She's literally the coolest, funniest kid I've ever known. She comes up with the wildest stories and just always makes me laugh and always makes me think the world can be better. If not for anything else, but because this cool kid deserves a really good world. What's my favorite doll? I cannot pick one. So I'm gonna pick two. Paisley, she's been on so many adventures with me for years now, since I got her in 2018. And I mean, who could not love this perfect smiley face? I love Paisley to death. And then there's Remy. Remy I got last year from a friend, and ever since my friend got this doll in 2020, I was obsessed. I absolutely loved Remy. I thought she was beautiful and perfect. And then she sold me Remy last year, and I am in love. Remy is my special buddy. They both are. I love them so much. They are probably sisters. I don't know if Remy always enjoys that, but Paisley loves her to death, and I love them both. Here are my tips for cuddle babies, and congratulations on your new doll that's coming soon, by the way. So this is Aurora. She's a cuddle baby. She's cloth limbs, cloth legs, cloth body, but a vinyl head. Say hi. Say hi. And my tips for cuddle babies. So I think cuddle babies are actually easier to take care of and love on because you don't have to worry about messing up the vinyl so much. Like, you can still mess it up on the head, but you don't have to worry about the paint coming off on the fingers or the toes or anything, or stains on any of the limbs. So I think cuddle babies are actually easier. The one thing that can be harder is clothes, but I find it so fun to go into stores thinking of my cuddle babies and thinking of what they can wear, because I don't know, they can wear long sleeves and pants, but they can wear more than sleepers. I know I'm saying this as she's currently dressed in a sleeper, but I'm really obsessed with this sleeper. It's really soft. Like, there are so many cute outfits at like Target and Walmart that have pants and a long sleeve shirt, and they'll usually come with like a hoodie or a vest or something, and those are so cute. Or you could do like a dress and tights and a sweater and then mittens and socks. There are so many fun ways to dress your cuddle babies. So I really like that because it's more of a challenge to get them dressed where you don't show off the cuddle part of them. Other than that, like, I think cuddle babies are the easiest, and I love them because cuddle babies are usually weighted a little heavier, or at least mine are. So they're perfect for snuggling, and there's something about weight that just, it hits my anxiety just right, and it makes it feel better. It's totally magic. I love cuddle babies. How did I gain the trust of the doll community so that I could buy rare, sought-after dolls? I don't know. I feel like your question was like, I don't feel like I've ever used my platform to buy rare dolls. I mean, I have a couple of rare dolls, but only one of them did I ever buy like way after the doll was being produced. All of them, I think I've gotten lucky on my rare dolls, and I've bought when like the kit was in production. I don't know. I usually either buy dolls from like friends or on reborns.com, and I don't think I've ever used my platform to be like, I don't know. This is a really hard question. I don't know if I've gained the trust of people. Let me know in the comments if I've gained your trust by existing. So my tips for you though, of how to gain trust without a big platform or without a YouTube channel is, do get involved in the community, whether that's on Facebook or Instagram. You don't need a YouTube channel to get involved. And just start talking to people. And it starts out as liking their pictures on Instagram or Facebook. It starts out really small. And then make friends. Talk to them, ask them questions, comment on their pictures, all that good stuff. And slowly you'll make friends. I guess I'm answering your question by how to make friends and not how to gain trust. I'm not sure. This is a doll. Say hi, Kinsley. See, I'm moving around. I have no delusions that these are real babies. I never have. I never will unless I have a psychotic break, maybe. These are dolls, and I know they're dolls. Why dolls? Why not something else? I don't know. I guess it's my brain chemistry. I guess that's who I am. I've always loved dolls. And of course, I have other collections. I have a Tamagotchi collection. And actually, when you get into it, I have a collection of dolls and Tamagotchis. Like, that's just my personality, I guess. That's who I am. And yeah, I don't know. Other people collect things because they make them happy. They collect different things other than dolls, and I collect dolls because they make me happy. I don't know what made my brain decide that dolls are what make me smile, but that's just what happened. That's the video, guys. That's all the questions you guys asked. I hope I answered them adequately and to the best of my ability and helped if I could. I love you guys so much. You guys are so amazing, and I'm grateful for each of you. You guys are incredible. Please remember that you matter, you're amazing and brilliant, and you're gonna get through whatever you're going through, okay? I love you guys. Bye.